BWOne here from BWOne. So last year we did a video sort of talking about the Nintendo NX when it initially sort of was announced through a sort of a press conference that Nintendo did, sort of mentioning that, hey, we're working on the next generation of Nintendo and it's called the Nintendo NX. And in this video, I sort of want to elaborate on all the rumors and speculation that we've had been going on for which seems quite some time right now. And let's sort of talk about what we can expect most likely announced at E3, the new Nintendo NX. There's a lot of rumors talking about sort of a hybrid device, a device that sort of works as portable and can hook up to your TV. We're hearing rumors of all sorts of different things, streaming, from being connected, 4K support, all sorts of things that kind of bounce all around. We don't really have a whole lot of information. In this video, I sort of want to give you what I think the Nintendo NX and all these rumors are sort of going to be about. So, I think the Nintendo NX platform, as they initially said, the NX platform, I believe is exactly what it says. It's going to be a platform that they can add additional components to. So I think there'll be an initial console, but then I think there'll be other things that sort of attach to this sort of NX platform that'll be a bunch of integrated devices, integrated services that work in the foreground and in the background that Nintendo can kind of build upon as the years come by, something that they won't have to sort of remake something every single time over and over and over again. Make them brand new. I think there's something similar where they're going to build something that can sustain for 10, maybe 15 years or so, depending on how the gaming market goes. So I first think the Nintendo NX will release sort of a standard console. You're going to get that, and I think you'll get that with some new sort of updated Wii U style controller. I think a lot of people kind of like that Wii U Gamepad, and I think they'll sort of make it slimmer, faster, they'll improve the screen quality, they'll improve a couple other things with it, but I think that will be your main controller, and that will sort of be where you will get when you in terms of a standard console. And I think that's what a lot of people will want, a sort of a standard console experience, because a lot of people just want to pick up the game and play. They don't really want to have anything else, and I think providing that option is something Nintendo hasn't always sort of focused on, and I think this time giving that option out will be really good, because I think with the NX platform, it's going to allow people for several options in terms of gaming. So I think that's the first thing that we'll see there. But then I think what we'll also hear is we're going to hear a virtual reality, and I think we're going to hear about a Virtual Boy 2. First of all, there's no way they can't not come out with some type of virtual reality, because we already seen the Sony PS4 supports Sony's VR. We know Microsoft's working on HoloLens, which will obviously eventually connect probably to the Xbox One. So Nintendo sort of has to come out with something in virtual reality, and the best name for it obviously is going to be Virtual Boy 2, considering they were the first to put out that faux 3D retina burning Virtual Boy originally. So I can see them sort of calling the Virtual Boy 2 and bringing that out, bringing their own VR style to the console gaming market, which would be a huge thing for VR, and they really would help put it on the map. And basically, game developers and developers in general will take it very seriously. Nintendo is the one to kind of step up and bring that out. And I think that'll be something you can add to the NX platform. So you have the base console, the controller, and then now you can add this VR, and they'll have some type of Wii nunchucks that you can use as an accessory to play VR games. And there's a lot of developers that sort of make several different styles of gameplay and game experience and so on. So you can have one type of experience and you can enhance it and enhance it more with if you want to play within virtual reality. So I definitely think we're going to hear some about virtual reality with this console. I think a Virtual Boy 2 will exist. Now, the next thing a lot of people have been talking about is sort of the hybrid console thing, where they can sort of take it away with them, you know, and get that console-like graphics, you know, on the go, and then sort of come back and be able to put it on your TV and such. I don't think they would really jeopardize their very lucrative 3DS and portable gaming market they have right now with the 3DS and DS lineup. Nintendo is a two-console company. They treat the 3DS as a separate console. It is a console, maybe portable, but is a console in their lineup. So I definitely see them not trying to jeopardize or cannibalize that. So what we will see though later on is sort of some type of new 3DS style portable console that you'll be able to use. It'll have improved graphics, because you think about it, they pretty much had console-like graphics or close to it on the 3DS, so I could see them improving that to getting even better on this new sort of Nintendo NX portable console is what we'll call it. See them doing it on there, and that'll have the ability to play your games as you go along on the road, similar to what you have with the 3DS. It'll have 3DS back compatibility, all that stuff. But then that will have some type of docking station or attachment that will actually be able to plug into the TV. So you'll be able to play your games on TV, similar to the Game Boy player that we saw on the GameCube. I think they're going to bring that back in some ways and allow people that are portable gamers have that option to game on their TV and have a console-like experience in that way. And I think the way they'll be able to sort of merge all that together will be through the NX platform. There'll be services and games that'll sort of be able to kind of flow within that to allow you to have that sort of system. And obviously the Virtual Boy will work with this new portable NX device, and the NX device will work maybe as another controller to the base gaming system, and also work with the new NX Wii U style gamepad. That'll all sort of merge in some way. I'm not quite sure how it will, but I think that'll work in some way. So I really think Nintendo's going to come out with essentially 2 new consoles. I just put up 4 there, but 2 new consoles, but the consoles will run in the background as one platform, and that'll be the NX platform that bridges the 2 between each other. So I think that's what will happen in terms of that. Now, in terms of software and sort of what it runs, a lot of people rumor it's going to be like Android Auto to run. Highly doubt that. If they're going to make this platform, they're going to build this platform from scratch. They're going to build this platform themselves, and they're going to use their software for it, which this software has never been all that bad. I think they will have that ability there with it, and I think they'll just make that themselves. I think some of the things that they will include is a lot of streaming services to really get on the ball in terms of the entertainment side of things that the Xbox and the PS4 sort of are leaps and bounds ahead of them on. I think we'll get 4K streaming from their platform. The games will run at 900p, 60 frames per second. I'm not sure how the games will run. I think they'll try to get the close to 1080p 60. I don't think we're going to get 4K gaming yet on this console, maybe the next one, but with what they're doing in virtual reality, it could be something that you might not even really think to even need. But I do think we'll definitely see them improve in the streaming and entertainment side of things, but give this sort of gaming experience that runs across all platforms. And I think they're going to tie their smartphone sort of apps that they're making with DNA or DNA, I'm not exactly sure how they pronounce it, but how they've kind of tied them in, and I think it'll tie them into this platform as well too, where mobile apps that'll run on Android platform will somehow tie in with the NX platform as well too, where all this sort of syncs sort of together in one big way to create one big gaming experience. I could think of maybe somehow the Pokemon experience maybe as an example of being able to play a VR version of Pokemon, and you're catching Pokemon and battling or whatever, that sort of comes through. I'm not the biggest Pokemon expert, but having the portable console work as, I believe, what you call your Pokédeck, I think that's what it's called, the NX1, and then somehow you can sort of take your smartphone and get alerts or be able to manage Pokemon somewhere within there. Maybe some type of Tamagotchi style game will work within there that'll help you increase and grow strength into your Pokemon, and you can bring that back to sort of play on the console here itself. I think that's sort of how all that'll tie together. Some way they'll figure that out. Because we don't have a whole lot on this just yet. We just have sort of different little figures and mock-ups of patents that they sort of got. They can get a patent, doesn't necessarily mean it'll show up in this particular console. It could be 2 consoles future they're thinking of, or something completely different they're thinking of, or something that they get a patent on but doesn't work out. That could be what that patent essentially is going to be for. I do think that they will go completely away from disk, CD-based storage. I think they're going to go to cartridges, not necessarily cartridges, but I think they'll go back to flash media because it's just cheaper and you can get more out of it. And for example, like a Blu-ray disc, I think at the max holds 50 gigabytes of data, and to get any more data on that, you have to expand the disk, but you can't do, obviously, so it's finite stuck, and pretty much disks are going away. Flash media storage you can get cheap for 32 and 64 gigabyte or even 128 gigabyte cards for a very affordable price. So I could see them moving and pushing to that within the cartridges. Obviously be their own style and design, not gonna be just some random SD card. But I could see them sort of making maybe one game that you buy off the cartridge and you put it into the full NX console, and that plays your full, 1080p, 60 frames per second game, and you have fun with that, and it has some VR elements to it, wherever the case may be. But then you could take that same cartridge out, put it into the NX Portal platform, which would be its own separate console, but since it runs on the NX platform, you'll be able to run that game, maybe a little bit lesser graphics or something of that nature, but you basically buy one game that works across all of its platforms because you have that NX platform in the back of it. So that's my thought process right now with the Nintendo NX. I'm obviously just kind of shooting based on rumors, what little we know, just some of my own thoughts and theories and so on and such. So let me know what you guys think. What do you think the new NX console will be all about? Do you think it's just a single console? Do you think there's two consoles? Do you think there's a platform? Or is there something completely else that you would think? Share your ideas below. Let's get a good, healthy discussion about this, because I'm really excited about what Nintendo could possibly put out, because they could really change the game and people really will pay attention this time. It could be another game changer like they did with the original Wii with motion controls. Who knows? But let me know what you guys think about that. Be sure to subscribe to our YouTube page for more videos like this. Also, be sure to connect with us on all our social networks. The link to those are in the description: Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. We're on the gram. And our main website at BWOne.com. And also, be sure to like this video. And thank you. And always remember to live your tech world in high definition.